All right, turning now, Representative Tulsi Gabbard and No Labels rallying on Capitol Hill this morning, urging leaders to stop fighting and start fixing to put an end to the government shutdown. Congresswoman Gabbard's party has provided a link to this rally via satellite. She's joining us now live from Capitol Hill. Thanks so much for joining us, Representative.
Aloha, Laura. Good to be with you.
All right, let's talk about boy, I'll tell you, this is tough to hear day in and day out what's happening up there. Obviously, lawmakers, including yourself, getting very frustrated with the situation, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the feeling here is one of great frustration. I'm telling you, there are meetings that I'm in every single day, some with small groups, one-on-one meetings, some with larger groups, bipartisan groups of people trying to figure out how we can break through the impasse that has gotten us here to this, shutdown of the government that's lasted so long. I think there's a growing feeling and recognition that we have a greater responsibility to take care of our troops, take care of our services that the government provides to our community, and to end this impasse. And that was what the No Labels press conference was about today. It was a group of bipartisan members saying we are ready and willing and wanting to work together to find a solution to this impasse that's caused the shutdown.
So Tulsi, let's talk about what's called No Labels. Explain that to everybody as far as what you guys are doing there.
Well, this organization called No Labels is basically one based around bringing people together from different parties, from people who have diverse viewpoints on how we tackle some of our nation's problems, and finding common ground between them. I think sometimes what we see, and what we've definitely seen over the last 10 days, is the partisan politics volume being turned up, and that really getting in the way of actually finding a workable solution through this. So the No Labels organization convened many members of Congress back in January saying we want to work together. We have a problem solvers caucus here within the Congress that's bicameral and bipartisan. And we get together on a regular basis just to talk about not reacting so much to kind of the day-to-day issues that come up, but really saying how can we be strategic and work together in solving some of these long-term solutions like our debt, like our deficit, bringing about a responsible way to both cut and also fulfill our responsibilities as a government to our communities.
So great news to hear that some of you are taking that mindset, because I think that's what everybody wants to hear. So what are you seeing at this point in time as some potential avenues, aside from just talking and getting together, that may have an impact to get us through what we're dealing with right now?
Well, these conversations are ongoing, and various proposals are being floated, much along the lines of saying we need to reopen the government, we need to pass a clean funding resolution that will reopen the government, continue services that are so necessary. And I'll just give you one example. Secretary Eric Shinseki, a local Kauai boy, gave a testimony before the Veterans Affairs Committee yesterday, talking specifically about what happens if this shutdown continues, which basically means that a majority of our veteran services will not continue. Some of our 100% disabled veterans will not receive their disability checks, which is their only income for many of them. So what we're looking at is the possibility now of a clean funding resolution along with a raise of the debt ceiling, probably for a short period of time, which will allow for more conversations to happen to deal with some of the underlying budget and funding issues, conversations that need to happen, but that shouldn't happen under the threat of our government being shut down and defaulting the full faith and credit of the United States.
Well, let's hope that more movement can be made. Everybody paying close attention, of course. Thanks so much, Congressman, for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Aloha.